We're going to be finishing the build on this Gundam model with some panel lining, application of stickers. I'll give you my final thoughts on the build, and we'll have a little montage at the end for you today on Modeling with Mike. Hi, I'm Mike, and this here's Moose. Get your Moose fix in. He's the star of the channel. And you're here with obviously, Modeling for Mike. Let's get started with some panel lining. Okay, let's go over what we're going to need here. We've got our built model here. We have mineral spirits, Q-tip. These are for any mistakes we make. Your panel line pen. And in case we need it, a straight edge. So, what is panel lining? Panel lining is adding dark ink or paint to recessed lines, especially on Gundam, to make the detail pop. So, like here, these right here, we'll make those pop a little bit, like that. That. We'll extend the arm up right around that whole part. And go right around there. And you got that. And we'll do it on the other side. If you do it on one, you got to do it on the other. Now, see? Now, here's a mistake on a couple places. This is what you use the mineral spirits for. See how he got it a little heavy there and it went over there? You stick your Q-tip in some mineral spirits and you wipe it off, like so. Wipe it down with either a paper towel or the other side of your Q-tip. There you go. That looks a lot better. Now, let's find some other places where we can, where these parts came together. That looks like a good spot. And again, I got it a little messy, so we'll wipe it off. Okay, we'll do it same way on this side. And say, well, how do you know what to do this on? Anything that's recessed, where you have a raised part, say this right here, for instance. I get that, and I get it on, well, the other side's covered with the, oh, well, there we go. that. That looks pretty good there. This one needs a little cleanup. There we go. Down the hips. Look at that. We're just going straight down. And anytime you get a bad spot, just wipe it off with your Q-tip. Do it again. There you go. Yeah, look at that. And then you have these. Oh, went outside. Like I said, anytime you go outside of the lines, you can dab it with the mineral spirits, and wow, it gets cleaned up just like that. Wow, look at that. Look at that. It's just, you ask, what does pan lining do? Well, let me tell you, after we get this wiped off, I'll go do the other side. It does four things, really. It brings out the detail, obviously. Well, brings out the detail. Number two, it adds depth. Adds depth to the model. And number three, I'm trying to say these while I'm working on this. It helps give a professional finish to your model. Has more pop to it. And the closer you get these lines, the better. And you got this here, get colored in on each side. I mean, just have at it. Anything that's recessed gets lined. And we go in there, clean that up. And we redo it. Man, that was kind of a pain. But hey, you know, and we're already about done with this. You don't want to go hog wild on this. Just the recessed stuff. But there's that. There's that. Now we have to get all this cleaned up. There we go. Let's redo this here. There we go. Get it cleaned up. Yep. Always gotta get cleaned up. Now, do the feet. It doesn't look too sexy, but a little bit of coaxing with some mineral spirits and It'll look muchly better. And clean that up. Now, I believe that, let's get that off in there. I think the panel lining is done. You have many dynamic poses. So that's basically panel lining in just a very quick demonstration. Could I have done it better? Yeah, it could be cleaner. But hey, you know, one spot I forgot. Here we go. There we go. But you know, we have panel lining done. Actually, this foot needs a little more on it. There we go. There we go. Okay. There's panel lining. Now, we have stickers to put on here. And we will take this off. Something tells me this isn't a sticker, but they called it stickers. It says marking stickers. Man, are you kidding me? Got a couple cuts to make. And when you get into something like this, here's what I usually do. I usually get CA glue. Make sure you cut this as close as possible. Actually, let's try something else here. See if these are supposed to be decals. I'm going to soak this for just a bit. That's not gonna work. It's gonna look like crap. These aren't working, so I'm gonna leave them off. But if we had actual stickers that came off and actually went onto the model, my first bad thing that went wrong with this model. But now you just give it a wipe down. Give it a wipe down. Make sure everything's off of it. Quick wipe down. And you can add on other things if you'd like. You can use colored pencils and weather it. Put some rust in it, like if it's old or something. Put some dust colored stuff in there. Make it look like it's dusty. And then add a matte coat to it. Add a matte varnish. And you'll be done with this. I like it. So I'm going to put everything away, and we'll be back with a little montage of this and different poses. We'll be right back. Okay, I'm back here with some final thoughts and reflecting back on the build. It was all in all a fun build. The engineering on these Bandai kits are so great. And it just made an enjoyable experience. I didn't have a problem till I got to the decals or stickers or whatever they're supposed to be. They didn't work. So my suggestion to Bandai would be, if they're stickers, make them stickers. If they're decals, make them decals. Don't go halfway. What went well? The fit was great. The instructions, there were a couple of parts in the instructions that were kind of vague. I had to take a couple minutes and figure it out. And that challenged me. What would I do different next time? I'd probably take a little more time reading the instructions. I should have read the instructions a little more before diving in. And therefore, I would have known a little more what to expect on the vague parts of the instructions. Basically, again, Bandai, if you're going to make stickers, make stickers. You peel them off, you put them on the model. They have a sticky backing on them. Otherwise, they're decals. This is something in between that didn't work at all. So come on. You're better than that. Now that I have this done, it's going to take a honorable spot next to my mushroom cloud. He's going to guard it, and I'm going to give equal time to the Millennium Falcon. We will have one more video between that. I'm going to have 3 quick projects. This is the next video. 3 quick projects to ward off hobby burnout. So, hey, thank you for suffering through the series. Next video, as I said, will be 3 budget projects to battle hobby burnout. They're just going to be quick little projects you could do to get a nice, fast conclusion and some good feelings flowing again. And after that will be the Millennium Falcon build. Channel update. The state of the hobby video still has legs. It's still getting views every day. It's almost to 4.5 thousand views now. Our subscriber count is now 330 as of the last check before this video. So yeah, I don't think that video is gonna stop anytime soon. Hey, I'm not complaining. So that's all I have for this video. A lot of you are better saying thank God. So that being said, you know what we always say around here, never stop pushing your modeling boundaries. Until next time, bye-bye.